What is up, everybody? And we are back for another NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. And I'm here back again with me from 11. And that's right, this is the last game as we have Game 5 coming to the near end for the first round. But there's only one game left here for the first round, and that means the final two teams in Game 6 is the Nuggets and the Clippers. We'll see them soon here once this game, after the first look in the second round between the Knicks and Celtics and the others, the Timberwolves will face against the winning team between the Lakers and the Warriors. But now, we're going to take a closer look here to get this to a finish, and if one of the teams win, they'll move on to face against the Timberwolves of Minnesota. Standing by, the last commentary supporters for the playoff game I have is Brian Anderson. He's also along with Clark Kellogg, and of course, Ali LaForce back on the court here in Los Angeles to finish things off. Now, let's prepare for this one. 3-2 is the only one to be looking for, but if the Warriors win, they'll move on to the next round. Warriors, Lakers, coming up next after this. Enjoy the game, everybody.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Ali LaForce in a moment. The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Butler out there with Moody, and it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Lakers, Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Hayes is out there with Rui Hachimura. Doncic in at the 1. And Grant, having a lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation. And they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
Now here's Doncic. Pass to Hayes. Green with the defensive effort. And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors. Outside Pajemski. Back to Butler. Oh, and
Jimmy Butler. Excellent job getting that small position inside. Pajemski doing work. Really nice.
Doncic with it. The 3 is up. Count it.
Luka Doncic for the 3.
Stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside Moody. Back to Butler. Outside Moody. Now here's Pajemski. Not a lot of room. Count it.
The offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time off the floor.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. I asked him about Jimmy Butler and what his defensive scheme is for him, and Coach said to not let him bully us from the interior and mid-range. We want to push him as far out as possible. We have to play tough. Let's see if they're able to accomplish this, guys.
Good job there, Ali. Thanks. Moody on the wing. Back to Curry from deep three-point range. And that's
Stephen Curry's
bucket of the game.
for 3.
This is exactly the kind of unique range that Curry has. I mean, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to get up on him.
You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Well, it sure is, B. I mean, there's always pressure to
LeBron James for 2.
playing the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
And here are the Warriors now, following the score by the Lakers. Here's Curry, off target at the rim.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
LeBron James for 2.
You say that, I mean, LeBron going right
Luka
through
Doncic.
and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
Moody on the wing. Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Take it.
Lakers ball.
A chance to check out stats for Jonathan Kuminga. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Reeves. Oh, Green
takes great pride in his defense now. He loves denying shots at the rim and playing bigger than his 6'8" frame leads you to believe. Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Curry against Doncic. Shoots over Curry. And it's Doncic missing. The Warriors leading. Butler finds Curry. And Reeves pulls it down. The Lakers have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. The 10-footer. Curry with the block.
Love seeing the little guy bounce like that. You know, Curry, he doesn't block a lot of shots, but when he does, it gets his teammates amped up.
Now here's Butler. 17 points in his last outing. Back to Pajemski. And stolen by Hayes. Doncic outside. Off with the layup. The Warriors have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Outside, Green. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 2. Pass to Doncic. Shoots over Curry. Doncic shot is good.
I think it's the in-between
LeBron
game
James with the
and
assist.
ball handling that separates Luka as a world-class scorer.
Doncic against Curry. Outside Butler. Green with the ball. Pajemski.
He allowed him to establish his position. He just can't do that. Exactly. Once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already
Los Angeles
The
call
Lakers timeout. And Clark, the playoffs just around the corner. How many teams do you think have a legit shot to win it all?
Well, when you talk about championship teams, I think there's 5 or 6 teams that have the ingredients to win 16 games. There is a component of luck and health that goes into that. You got to be top flight to go the distance.
The Lakers won with a whole new group out there.
Group substitution.
The Warriors making a change here. It's the Lakers now. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
I really didn't see much of an edge for them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way. Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
Gary Payton is
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can bounce.
Little passes to Vanderbilt. There's the drive. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. He'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making
Lion for the Lakers.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Vanderbilt drops them both. And here's Pajemski. Last game, he had 28 points. Outside Kuminga. Healed on the wing. Green in the post. He's marked by Finney Smith. And there's Green on the assist by Hield.
A wrecking ball inside. Once again, Draymond imposing his will.
Vanderbilt, the pass to Finney Smith. Pass to connect. Second chance shot. Oh, Green with a block. And they'll get another chance. Outside Vanderbilt. Clock at 6. Here's connect. Lets it go from deep. Tries yet again. And it lands.
Vanderbilt.
coach crazy failing to box out. Those are 3 points you're giving away. You gotta work harder on the glass.
Now here's Pajemski. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Pulls up on the wing. Payton, no good. Lakers trail by 3. Gets it outside. Clear
foul on Golden State. Following Domingo.
Los Angeles shooting
First
their
personal
third
foul.
free throw shots of the night.
Second team foul. At the line for the Lakers, Gabe Vincent. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
Still needs to get some shot timing in here. Gabe Vincent is really trying to give it all, but he's not sure if he is able to take it in for the next step.
He hits the second from the line. A minute 29 left in the first. Now here's Pajemski. He's covered by Vincent. Heel passes to Kuminga. Back to Heel. Now here's Pajemski. Down low. And the basket by Heel. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet. Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets.
Gabe Vincent.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Now Pajemski. Into the lane. Hey, great communication on the line.
Oh, man, take a look at that one. Just a alley-oop.
Beautifully done. He served it up on a platter.
And a nice touch on the finish.
Here's Vincent. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Pass to Finney-Smith. 32 seconds left in the first. Outside Vanderbilt. Second shot opportunity. Here's Connect. 3-pointer. Vanderbilt inside. Kuminga's on him. Here's Connect. Guarded by Payton. Goes up again. Oh, it's blocked by Green. And here's Kuminga for 3. That misses.
That's the end of the first quarter.
That concludes the
Golden State points.
Warriors on top.
And your Lakers.
And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment.
Second quarter coming up after the break. We'll be back with you soon after this.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far. Another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint. Just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Austin Reeves out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the center position. That's the group for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Now here's Moody. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
What timing by James on the denial? His hand is right there at the exact moment it needs to be.
They get it back.
Jackson Hayes.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards. We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Now here's Heel. Lets it fly. Butler can't get it to go.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Reeves against Hield. The shot by Reeves, no good. The Warriors leading. You know, to be a high-volume shooter like Buddy Hield, you have to have a lot of self-confidence for it.
Well, not just self-confidence, BA. You better have the ability to knock down shots, and Buddy Hield has that.
Jackson! Hey!
Direction he needs to go right.
Luka Doncic.
Dribble into the three on occasion. That shot he's got is pure.
And so it's Golden State with it, following the score by Los Angeles. Moody with it. James is there. And here's Butler outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Butler's got
Seven
five
Curry
now.
with the
Butler
assist.
stroking it nicely. Good touch from outside the arc.
James passes to Hayes. To the paint. Here's Doncic. And that one hits the back iron. The Warriors lead by 3. Outside Moody. Butler on the wing. To the inside. Post. Some solid defense from Hayes. Doncic feeling it out a bit. Over Moody. And it's Doncic missing. The Warriors have got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Curry with it. Picked up by Reeves. Hield for 3. Rebound, the Lakers.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Curry against James.
LeBron James.
Speed and power, the ability.
Timeout. Golden State Warriors.
James's drive.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. All right, Brad, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA?
Star treatment. What does that be, No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Maybe. It might be. I think it's a little 50-50 percentage of a chance. It could be only just a couple of teams to make a team play out and do it the right time. It might be. Hopefully there is a change. And we got a halftime show coming up for you. That'll be in just a few minutes. And we're nearing a 5-minute mark in the first half of the game. We'll have Missouri Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and the big fella of Shaq O'Neal to see a Pacific Showdown for Game 5 of the playoffs. It's right in between the Coast and Coast Alley in the California State. It might be tight, but it may not be what they all expect to play for. That'll be up here in just a few moments once the first half comes to completion. We'll see you all later for the post-game show, and we'll see how it goes. Ryan, over to you.
One of the better rebounding teams in the league. Top 10 in the NBA on the boards. Their bigs have used their length to seal the glass.
And you mentioned the great job they did limiting their opponent's scoring. I think that stat is a credit to the team effort they put in on the defensive end. Everyone contributes. Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. Outside Hield. This one for 3. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Talk about being
Stephen Curry
He'll
with the
catch the
assist.
fire as fast as pretty much anybody in the league.
From deep, here's Doncic. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. The Warriors lead by 4. Hield passes to Moody. Jackson Davis with it. He's against Hayes. Back to Moody. Pass to Butler. And he was fouled. And he's going to the line for one more.
Fouls are Lakers. That's his first personal foul, first team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him.
Golden State, number 10, Jimmy Butler.
Couldn't miss from the line.
One shot.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the strike. Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
throw, no good.
When you go back and look at the career that Jimmy Butler had, it's hard to believe that he was the 30th pick of the draft when he came out of college. You got to say that scouts kind of missed on that.
And it's Doncic missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Back to Butler. Hield against James. Now here's Hield.
Giles on Lakers. LeBron James.
Officials call the foul. He'll take 2 free throws. It's on LeBron James.
Second team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, he's
A line here, Golden State, number 7.
the line as much as possible this season,
Red
especially
line,
in those games.
taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Everybody knows about how good
New
he
group
is.
substitutions on the court for the Lakers. Number 2.
What I
Jared
love,
Vanderbilt.
here's a guy with a bunch of years playing 80 or more games. Love that durability. He's ready to go whenever they call his name.
Vanderbilt checked in for Los Angeles. Hield hits them both.
When you talk about the best shooters in the NBA, Buddy Hield has to be in the conversation.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Back to James. Doncic outside. Pass to James. Over Moody. And he gets it to go.
LeBron James, 4-2.
He's got 4 points now.
Luka Doncic with the assist.
Really dialed in. You can't think you're safe giving him those shots.
Clark, it's special getting to call LeBron James games. How is the King still doing this at this age?
Yeah, I think there are guys that come along every 30, 40 years that are just different than other guys, other players. He's in that category. One of the all-time greats. And he's just been remarkable. Certainly DNA has a role in his longevity and excellence, but you got to give him a ton of credit. He's committed to being at a high level for a long time, and it's remarkable to watch him do what he's doing at this age.
Here's Butler. Jimmy Butler. Moved inside. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. 8-point game. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home, and they couldn't get it done.
Jared Vanderbilt.
That's the last time
LeBron James with the assist.
lost the game. Sometimes the bench players are a little overlooked and undervalued, but make no mistake, they play a vital role in deciding games.
Here's Butler. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. Here's Hield. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Hield's got 9.
Anytime he shoots it inside the line, you just assume it's going in.
James passes to Vanderbilt. And they call an illegal
Offensive
screen.
foul on the Lakers.
Look down a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Draymond Green.
And that decline in assist numbers over the last few years is what has made him more
Timeout with the
of a
Warriors.
player on offense. If he could integrate more passing back into his game, he'd be giving opposing defenses a much harder time.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over.
This is definitely how bad it gets. Wow, Los Angeles, we're in trouble now. While I wouldn't say Golden State's been a better one afterwards, I think he was sure enough that Stephen Curry and LeBron James are the only battle guards. This is not how it's supposed to change and what's supposed to happen. It's not what Kobe Bryant did. It's more likely that they just don't care about it. Well, I wouldn't know about that. It just skips it. It skips off and on every turn. There's no guarding positions, and it's simply like unreasonable how they're doing this. All that time is being opted and then being shared. They were not pretty sure this company would take all of its way. This is pretty bad, and how this turn was very worst. I couldn't say about now for LeBron James and Stephen Curry. They're really sure enough that they were able to play it for at the right time. This could go for a mean to everyone. They need to score it often. We'll see how they do here for the third quarter after halftime. Back to Brian. 2:05 remaining.
Changes here for the Lakers. Finney Smith checked in for Hachimura. Cadet comes in for Reeves. And Vincent is subbed in for Doncic.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
By
2
8,
minutes.
lead of the game. On the wing, Curry. Let's go with a 3. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Vanderbilt's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
No good from outside. The Warriors lead by 8. Outside Peyton. Outside Butler. Pass to Curry. The 3. Rebound, the Lakers.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Here's Vincent. Outside Vanderbilt. From downtown. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Butler's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Peyton. Back to Butler. 52 seconds left in the first half of this one. Here's Curry. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter. To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Now, here's James. Coming off a 22-point game against Minnesota.
It wasn't just the scoring. He got others involved too.
LeBron James for the 3.
Opportunities to LeBron doesn't hesitate to take these shots and knock them down.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Outside Butler. And he's going for the oop here. James with a steal. Left side, Vanderbilt.
And that's going to end the first half. The score, Los Angeles Lakers 29 and the Golden State Warriors 34.
And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. Well, for the Warriors, Kenny, what was your impression?
The bench unit was an essential part of the puzzle in the first half. They really stepped it up in a big way. That helped out. And now the starters can appreciate not having to go.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
It's time to wake up. I'm focused, I'm motivated, I'm prepared. As the show's against. Terrible field goal percentage. It could be way ahead of these guys if they would take another shot.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. We're back to Kevin Harlan.
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Just joining us, we've played through the first half of the game that's been fairly even so far. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. On the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Moses Mooney up there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the 5 spot. Now here's Podziemski. It's stolen by James. They grab their own miss.
There's another opportunity.
Austin Reeves for 3.
They weren't controlling the glass.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he sustained this level of excellence for as long as
Luka Doncic. Golden State. Number 30,
Just control the game.
his personal foul.
That's all I can
First
say.
team
He's
foul.
way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since
The line for the Lakers. Luka Doncic. One shot.
So unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in
Draymond,
NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
And the Lakers have possession. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. Here's Doncic. No luck on that one. Some solid defense from Butler. Outside Pajemski. Pass to Moody. Back to Pajemski. Outside Moody. 6 to shoot. Over Reeves. Close.
Moses
Moody.
Defense is
assist
well with these,
from
trying to protect
Brady
the
Pajemski.
three-point line. So the mid-range is usually available.
Here's Doncic.
fouls on the Golden State. Stephen Curry is number 3.
Look, I know he runs the point.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
This is his second trip to the line of the
The
game.
line for the Lakers. Luka Doncic. 2 shots.
Knocks down the first one.
One of the things that's really impressive about Luka Doncic is his continued growth. I mean, season to season, you see this guy working on himself, working on his mind, how he thinks the game and his body, and becoming a better athlete. That spells trouble for the league.
Doncic hits them both.
You know, one of the things I like about watching Doncic is the pace he plays at. You're not going to speed him up. He plays at his pace, the pace he dictates.
Now here's Moody, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Curry looking it over. The shot off that time. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. They trail by 1. Here's Doncic.
Luka Doncic.
Doncic giving you the full package. Superstar for sure.
Curry passes to Green. Back to Curry. Tries to break his ice. And it's good.
Stephen
He snubbed it
Curry.
right through the net. Curry's got 7
Draymond
points a
Green
game.
with the assist.
Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be.
Luka Doncic.
This is a big night in the scoring column. Giving his fans their money's worth and then some.
Butler passes to Curry. It's Pajemski on the wing. Green against Hayes. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Reeves. Pajemski grabs the board. The Warriors have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Butler passes to Curry. Here's Pajemski. He's covered by Reeves. It's blocked. Warriors with the rebound.
I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead. Plays like that one
The
can make the
assist.
difference in a close
Stephen
game.
Curry.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. And he drains
Jimmy
it. A solid 5
Butler.
for 6 now.
All assists.
Five guys are in
Braden
sync.
Bozimski.
Their ball movement is flawless. The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to the basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Reed. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game. Here's Doncic.
Ooh, go Duncan. For 2.
In the second half, looking much
Timeout. Warriors.
Timeout called, the Warriors. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
There's a lot of time out wisely afterwards. They're just going to need to keep things regrouping. If they don't do it correctly, man, they're going to get that one notched down. So they have to try to for some time to suit things up. Yeah, so, I mean, it's exactly the right thing that they have to do for it. And if you don't play it that way, you need to, to regroup it. It's going to be hard for their team to, change it up importantly. And we noticed a big update going on. Kristaps Porzingis is moving in with the Los Angeles Lakers, as we do have some other players that are with the Boston Celtics. Probably one of them arranged in the secondary groups that's been traded off to another team. And I always wish that KP would have stayed in for a 3-year contract, but it was definitely the end of it. So, didn't go out long as well at that point. We'll talk about it a little bit later, but now let's get back on it.
Some changes here for the Lakers. Finney Smith checked in for Hachimura. Cadet comes in for James. And Goodwin is subbed in for Reeves. Stripped away. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. We just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you. And Post gets it to go.
For 2.
Post has gotten his first basket of the night.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution. 10 straight points off assists, that's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And it's Doncic missing. The Warriors lead by 3. Pass to Podziemski. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up to Los Angeles. Goodwin, that would fall.
Another great pass from Doncic. You pretty much expect him to tally double-digit assists every game.
Pass to Looney. Here's Post. Oh, deflected. And stolen by Hayes.
It's Rainmaker. 2 minutes. Good night. For 2.
Stats for the Lakers.
Luka
Their
Doncic.
defensive intensity has served them well. They kept the offense straight, resulted in several steals. The shooting's been great, but also, how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Offensive board. And Post gets it to go.
For 2.
Post has got 4 points now in the quarter. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all
Lakers.
on the floor tonight.
Time called here. The Lakers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking. Yeah, and that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Well, now here's the thing about this. The Albanian basketball player has been traded off to the Los Angeles Lakers, and they have just reported that he had just made his current team. He's still with the Boston Celtics, but it looks like the diss track might be changing in with the Celtics. Yeah, I was looking at it before, and Kristaps Porzingis, he definitely helped this team out. Makes it different here. Their team made it all the way to the finals by 2024, and with that, he was definitely the biggest guy, but you can ever see how he's definitely been playing for. And every part of the news, he now has been saying that it goes with it under the circumstances, and that's just made a definitely new team possible with some trade rumors. There's a lot of great change offs that nobody is liking it before. But I say now, Kristaps Porzingis might be welcoming in with the Lakers if anything changes. Hopefully the Boston Celtics may have some substitution players. I don't know what's going to change. We'll have to see about it by next season. All right, sending back to the court will be Brian Anderson. All for you guys.
And the Warriors making a change here. Payton's checked in.
And they place in the top 5 in steals, using their length to get into passing lanes, using quick hands to frustrate the opponents.
And you said there's
Luka
That's
Doncic.
all you need to know about this
For two.
team. Not only do they cause mistakes, they capitalize on them. Here's Pajemski, following the score by Los Angeles. Looney inside, guarded by Vanderbilt. Outside Pajemski. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Heel.
Well, it's just
11 points.
Braden
I like
Bozowski.
whenever Hill attacks inside like this, exploiting the defense when they give him these chances.
Vincent passes to Doncic. And he can't get that one. Great D that time from Pajemski.
Braden
5 seconds
Bozowski.
left in the third. Uses the glass.
This is from
He's
Gary
getting
Payton.
done
Looks like
offensively,
it.
making winning plays at every turn.
Now here's Doncic. 18 points for him. That's a good one. And there's the call.
Offensive foul on the Lakers. Dorian Finney-Smith. And this was first little foul.
Screens. Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Healed on the wing. He's covered by Vincent. Back to Pajemski. Here's Payton. On easy.
Gary
two on the
Payton
layup.
looks like it.
And now a 5-point Warrior lead.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
From deep, here's Doncic. A shot, no good. The third quarter.
And that's the end of the third quarter. The Los Angeles Lakers 49 and the Golden State Warriors 54. One last quarter remaining. It's a tight game for the Pacific Showdown in the rival. Who will win and who will go home? Fourth quarter coming up in just a few minutes. Be back soon.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
It's the fourth quarter. Let's finish it off.
Contest. This fourth quarter promises to be a good one. LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Luka Doncic is out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hachimura in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Laker 5.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there.
Jimmy
Of course, that
Butler.
move is just crazy.
Assistant
Adding to this lead
Stephen
right now.
Curry.
Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Pass to Hachimura. Back to Reeves. Kicks it to Doncic. 4-3. Rebounded by Butler. Butler's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
You know, after connecting on one three-pointer in the
Stephen
first half,
Curry
hasn't netted
for
another
3.
one since.
They are shooting the lights out and doing a good job of maintaining this lead.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
The Warriors lead by 10. On the wing, Payton. Pass to Butler. to go.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now, here's James.
LeBron James with a slam.
That one to the highlight reel, James, is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Curry passes to Payton. And you He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Maybe Hatchinger, the fouls on the Lakers. That's his first personal foul, first team foul.
To the rim. You know, he should be getting extra.
That's the line by the Warriors. Gary Payton just second.
All right, guys,
One
what do you think
shot.
about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
You know, all game long, they
Checking in for the
will
Los
on the interior,
Angeles
scoring
Lakers,
a lot of points
number
in the
11,
paint
Jackson
area.
Hayes.
Well, something else that stands out is how they've shared the ball. I mean, they're getting a lot of their points from sharp passing.
Lakers trail by 11. Things just don't seem to be
Timeout,
clicking for the
Lakers.
offensive.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Time called here. The Lakers decide to talk it over.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
There absolutely is. I mean, top priority may be a little risky, but maybe we'll see what they change up. Yes, it isn't exactly what they did for it. Every time this happens, it doesn't make anything the key different. Now you get it, it's just what they go with. For the next game, since we'll be seeing things in the approachment right now, this will be only the first look for the game one in a second round for both teams in the conferences. First, we'll see the New York Knicks facing against the Celtics. And then secondly, for the Western Conference, we're about to be seeing a winning team. And I bet the Warriors are going to take on against the Minnesota Timberwolves. We've seen them in Season 1 back in 2K17. But it was the biggest upset that Minnesota was able to face from Karl Anthony Towns. He'll be seeing things from Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert with a big change. That'll be their next game. Keeping an eyes on coverage to start for tomorrow.
All right, let's get a report from Alec.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling, guys. Come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
Allie, thank you. Hey,
Jackson Hayes.
Pass by Reeves, he sets up the guy who's most open.
the Warriors lead by 9. Outside Curry, pass to Moody. To the middle. Curry's shot is off.
Well, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
From deep, here's Doncic. And they recover it.
Hard work on the glass gives them back the ball, and they get to milk a little clock here.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Outside Curry. James against Butler. Over James. And again, no good by Golden State. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Lakers. 9-point game. Here's the three.
Doncic for 3.
James has got 4 assists now tonight.
Defense.
Curry against Doncic. Pass to Butler. On the wing, Payton. Inside. Green. Oh,
Draymond
just
Green.
working the competition.
Assists.
Typical of their
Gary Payton
performance
II.
today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
The Warriors lead by 8. Outside Butler. Down low. Oh,
Draymond Green.
flexing on him with the strong finish.
Just a
And Green loves flexing on the defense. Welcomes the contact and overpowers it.
Doncic outside. The ball's knocked loose. It's one by Curry. Here's Green. Oh, look at
Draymond
Green getting his
Green.
inside.
A slow start for him, but making amends here in the second half.
Doncic outside. And he lobs it up top.
Jackson, hey! From LeBron
Creating
James.
four and elevating others.
Doncic against Curry. Pass to Moody. On the wing, Payton. Moody on the wing. The kick out. Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Up and over Doncic. Curry's shot is off. Lakers trail by 10. Doncic outside. Off target with the 3.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you gotta make it.
All
Force
six.
feeding the ball inside.
Draymond Green.
No reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
The Lakers with the ball. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. From deep, here's Doncic.
Luka Doncic for 3.
Doncic has got 6 points in the quarter.
Timeout call. Golden State Warriors.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Seemed like they were going to see some little change-offs afterwards, so looks like that this is already finished. We might have to see the LA Lakers get back into this. They're down by 9, and they may not know if they're going to get this time optimally. Well, sure do. I mean, I would say about the Los Angeles Lakers, they need to stay alive. They've already won 1 game in Game 2, but it seemed like for the Golden State Warriors are the better team. There's no often that they're really trying to push their way to the limit. So they got to try to find out an open look if they can get there. All right, let's get down to our New Balance player of the game. Brian, who do you have?
Now a moment to present the New Balance player of the game, Stephen Curry.
Well, I tell you what, DeRozan has been incredible with his attacking at the offensive end, and it's been all game long. Never hesitating to attack a gap in the defense, and then he found a lot of points by slicing his way right to the cup.
Well, they are playoff bound with him rounding into form and playing some of his best basketball. They just got to continue to play together, and we'll see if he's able to keep playing at this level. The Warriors lead by 9. Pass to Heel. Butler on the wing. Curry against Doncic. Right side Moody. Over James. And he
Moses Moody.
back of the rim on the way.
This is from
And the
Stephen
Warriors
Curry.
lead by 11. The Lakers have gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter. Doncic outside. Offensive rebound. Hayes.
Jackson, hey!
Talk about efficiency.
Got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
Golden State has gone 5 of 12.
2 minutes remaining in regulation. 2 minutes.
Now Moody. Checked by James. Back to Butler. Outside Moody. Over James. Moody misses. Lakers trail by 9. And he lobs it up.
Jackson, hey! From Luka Doncic.
Spectacular play.
Crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Now here's Curry. Here's Butler. Here he goes. Oh, and he got the
Lakers
foul.
foul. Dorian Finney-Smith, number 17. His first personal foul. Second team foul.
Butler just too much for the
The
defense.
line for the Golden States, number 10, Jimmy Butler.
Giving up the foul.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And that stretches their lead to 8.
You know, when you're looking to create a culture, a championship-type culture for your team, you want guys like JB, guys that are tough, accountable, and consistent.
Lakers with the ball. 1:21 left in the final quarter. Pass to James. And here's Doncic outside.
Luka Doncic for three.
James has got 6 assists now in the game. And here's Hield. Outside Moody. Now Curry. Back to Moody. Oh, the lead.
Moses Moody.
To set up the layup.
Assist.
And the
Stephen
Warriors
Curry.
lead by 8. There's 57 seconds left to play in the fourth. From deep, here's Doncic.
Jackson Hayes.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk right in front of him.
But you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Reeves brings a double. Hield passes to Curry.
Stephen Curry for three.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your
Timeout call, Los Angeles Lakers.
They got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
They're
Trailing by
already
9.
over this now, huh?
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
I guess so. I would say that they're all over this now. Both teams have 1 timeout to remain, so if the Lakers need to get the scoring threes, they've got to double this up, or otherwise they'll be out of time and they'll be left for nothing. Don't forget the folks, you got the post-game show coming up right after this one, so with that being said, if you're able to stick around for the finishing game, you'll be seeing things right along the way. That'll be next after this game.
And the Lakers will go for a different look here. Vanderbilt's checked in for Hayes. Cadet comes in for James. Goodwin's checked in for Reeves. And Vincent is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Here's Goodwin. Offline with a 3.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Outside Curry. Pass to Kuminga. Now here's Butler. And yes, it goes. Got English on that one.
Assist, bro.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise,
Kuminga.
blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward. Boy, a fantastic performance. And I'll tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. They got
I'm not seeing that game. Your final score in the playoffs, Golden State 81 and Lakers 7.
By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Jimmy, congrats on the win. What did it take to get it done tonight?
On the hearts. Teammates fought hard throughout the whole game, and everybody had a tough matchup and manned up. And we did what we were supposed to do.
Congrats on the win.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. So long, everyone.
All right there, Brian. Thank you very much. And that will do for our tonight's doubleheader of the game. Here's how I look at the total statistics. Lakers only got free throws with 86 and 11 second chance points for 11 with 19 offensive rebounds, 5 steals, and 7 dunks performed. While the other side for the Golden State Warriors, they had 57% for the field goals with 18 fast break points. 6 and 6 was a little even in there, but they hadn't get anything. Only 46 for the Golden State Warriors, 52 fast break points in the paint, and 18, 23 bench points, 31 assists, 30 defensive rebounds, 5 blocks, 6 turnovers. Teams have 4 fouls remaining and even strength. 12 biggest lead and 17-24 was their time of possession. So that means the Lakers season has come to the end and eliminated in the first round. So the Golden State Warriors are about to play against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They'll start game 1 here in Golden State, California at San Francisco. playing against the Minnesota, the 7-seed team. I know it was really like a brutal afterward, but it seemed like it was all over now. So, I guess we won't be seeing them again anymore until the Lakers come back for next season. Alright there, me from 11, you take here for 3-star players. Alright, thank you guys very much. Terry, let's see what we got. The 3rd-star player of the game, as we have it going in the range, as the New Balance player of the game, gives to Stephen Curry with 13 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal on the block, 5 out of 15 field goals, 3 3-pointers they made, and 6 missed already. 31 performance effort, that was the finish, and he just did a lot of time effort to get that one going. I mean, he's definitely doing really well. The fantastic finish is for everything. Next is number 2, Jimmy Butler. 19 points. He made 8 rebounds in the game with only 2 assists and 1 steal. Just 8 out of 11 field goals with only 1 3-pointer. Just 1 dunk and 23 performance effort. Went on the court for like 25 minutes. Wasn't going to be enough at all? I don't think there would be. And your 1st-star player of the game, who had the most points for the Lakers, sadly though, it was the end of it, as Luka Doncic finishes up with 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, 10 out of 29 field goals, 4 out of 14 3-pointers. He has done too many attempts here with the 3-pointers. Just 39 performance effort and only 1 dunk. Well, I guess that's it. Second round is going to be on the way around. Yes, indeed. And for that, stay tuned for the next part of the 2 games with the first look once again, as this will be the Warriors against the Timberwolves, with a second game after the Knicks against the Celtics. In the meantime, we are wrapping that up. I hope you all enjoyed it, and so do ours. Thanks for watching, and peace out everybody for as a while as the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports Style. This is me for 11 and Terry Crews signing out. So long everyone, and good night in Los Angeles, California. See you again for their next season. Until 2025 to 26. But we have a long way down. Let's enjoy for the moment. See ya.
If you don't, somebody will.